This is the dawn of a new era in British karting. Over 550 drivers in 12 classes competing for victory over 18 race weekends. This is the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. As the British Kart Championships head for Three Sisters near the town of Wigan, IAME Cadet faces a titanic grudge match as the season draws to a close. For Nathan Tighe, there's nothing to lose, and thanks to his recent pace, a lot to gain.
Well, it's been an alright weekend. We've had a few bad sessions, but also a very good one, but we can hopefully bring it back for the next one. Well, when it's really hot, you need to make sure you keep concentration, as it's key to get a good position. My favourite thing about this track is it's tight and slick, so there's a lot of overtaking places, but also quite hard ones to do.
.30 air temperature, 15 minutes plus 1 lap on the clock, and what a grid it's going to be. Kia Nakamura and Vinnie Phillips on the front row, Harley Keeble and Harry Junior Burgoyne in the second row, Brandon Carr and Archie Clark, Maximus Hall and Ethan Jeff Hall, Alex O'Grady and Lewis Werrell in the top 10, with Ella Stevens, who won in the heat yesterday and got the pole position from yesterday's qualifying, alongside the new Fusion driver, Cahill Clark. Here we go, engine revs will rise. Is it going to be a clean start this time? Yes it is, and we charge for the first corner. So Vinnie Phillips is going to be on the left side as they make their way run to the first corner, and round the outside Vinnie Phillips gets the lead. Brilliant start as he goes the long way round and takes the lead off Kia Nakamura. They go up the valley for the first time, and there's already a really strong battle up at the front end of the field as Harley Keeble is trying to get his way into second position early doors. No, that's Harry Junior Burgoyne who's made the jump into third position. A great start then from the left side of the grid as Vinnie Phillips has got into the lead and Kia Nakamura down to second. Harry Junior Burgoyne is up to third in front of Harley Keeble, and then it's Archie Clark in front of Maximus Hall, Ethan Jeff Hall and Alex O'Grady. Not a great start for Brandon Carr. As the field makes its way through to Luna for the first time, they go through the long flowing right hand. Here's up the inside, Kia Nakamura takes the lead. Harry Junior Burgoyne's going to get stuck in there as well. He's in a second place. Harley Keeble now working with Vinnie Phillips down the home straight, and he's looking for a move up into third position. Keeble makes the lunge and into third position. Vinnie Phillips down from the lead to fourth in the shape of two corners. Not the easiest of things to take for Vinnie Phillips, but he's got plenty of time to fight back. 13 minutes and 51 seconds, of course, on the clock as Harry Junior Burgoyne now steps up the attack to close up on Kia Nakamura, the new race leader. And he really wants to get the victory in the final here in this one. He had a tough day at the office yesterday, not the result he wanted, but Kia Nakamura now charging forward to try and get up onto the top step of the podium. But the two ORM twins, Harry Junior Burgoyne and Harley Keeble, are going to be pushing very hard out of Luna. They'll work together in collaboration. They might well sweep past Kia Nakamura before he even knows what's hit them. Here they come, out of position. Harry Junior Burgoyne gets the move up the inside. Harley Keeble's going to go with him, and they are first and second. Nice move from the two teammates there. Harry Junior Burgoyne then hits the front in front of Harley Keeble, and Kia Nakamura down to third. Over the top of the valley, fourth position, still Vinnie Phillips. Now up to fifth comes Maximus Hall. He's got the move on Archie Clark, and they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Up the inside, Nakamura makes the move on Keeble. The door's still open, Vinnie Phillips trying to get there. Keeble will not let him go. He gets back to the inside, holds the place. Up on the curb goes Keeble. Up on the curb goes Phillips, I should say. Maximus Hall's through, Archie Clark's through, Ethan Jeff Hall and Alex O'Grady are through. So Vinnie Phillips on the curbs has to hang back, and unfortunately that drops him down to 8th place. But there's a long way still to go down the straight. Harry Junior Burgoyne and Kia Nakamura starting to stretch away. Up the inside, that's Archie Clark making the move for fourth position on Maximus Hall, and Ethan Jeff Hall is to his right. He nearly gets through there. Goodness me, that would have been a big move on his 11th birthday. Great racing from Ethan Jeff Hall. So they come through to the hairpin, onto the old pit straight again. And a very exciting battle up front as Harry Junior Burgoyne has Kia Nakamura all over the back of him. Harley Keeble's not done yet in third place. He wants a piece of this. Meanwhile, up to fourth has come Ethan Jeff Hall on the inside of Maximus Hall. So Maximus Hall down to fifth. Then it's Archie Clark, Alex O'Grady and Vinnie Phillips. Then it is Brandon Carr and Nathan Tye, the teammates on Oliver Road and Motorsport, in front of the Irishman Finn McLaughlin, Macaulay Bishop, and then it looks like Lewis Werrell, Cahal Clark and Ella Stevens, from Dan Sofronea, Roman Kanyab, Lewis Bird, Sebastian Mins and Will Antrobus. So the three leaders are now on their own up front. Harley Keeble trying again to work with teammate Howard Junior Burgoyne to sweep past Kia Nakamura Berta. But the Japanese driver's done such an amazing job in this 2019 campaign. If it finishes like this, he will have a very strong lead indeed. It was 11 points. It's now going to end up being something like 16 points, I think it will be by the end of this race. If he stays where he is, he has to defend to the inside line of the hairpin, as Howard Junior Burgoyne has a bit of a look to come through on the undercut. And Howard Junior Burgoyne unable to get there. They ride those curbs big time, as Vinnie Phillips now has to defend to the inside line to try and shake off Brandon Carr and Nathan Tye. Brandon Carr's going to get up the inside. He gets through. Vinnie Phillips gets back onto the inside of him to retake the place. So great racing in the midfield as well as at the front. And more problems for Eden Spanswick after an amazing day yesterday. He's now struggling. Nakamura Berta trying to look either way to see where his rivals are going. Harley Keeble up the inside of Howard Junior Burgoyne as a result. And Burgoyne doesn't take the lead, he slips to third as Keeble now takes up the challenge and leads the cavalry after his main championship opposition. And up the inside, that's Ethan Jeff Hall! What a move into the S's! Up into third position! Absolutely stellar move, and now it's going to be 3 wide in the next corner! Amazing from Maximus Hall up into fourth place. Archie Clark trying to make his bid to get through. As up the order has come Archie Clark to fifth position. But Ethan Jeff Hall is now right on the back, and the GP plate Kia Nakamura Berta is now down behind Clark. So it's the two ORM carts, Keeble and Burgoyne in first and second. Third is now Ethan Jeff Hall. Fourth is Maximus Hall. Fifth is Archie Clark. Sixth is Kia Nakamura Berta in front of Alex O'Grady. Here comes Nakamura Berta on the inside of his teammate Archie Clark, and he gets the place back into fifth. But now he's got a very tough race in front of him, up to fifth place, but Ethan Jeff Hall is going for broke. He's come so close so many times to the victory. He now really wants it on his 11th birthday. He would absolutely love to go into September, and of course he will start secondary school in a couple of weeks' time. But he is going to take a massive trophy home if he keeps this kind of pace up. Harley Keeble and Harry Junior Burgoyne still working together at the front end of the field, but they know that Ethan Jeff Hall is there. Kia Nakamura Berta's past Maximus Hall now, up into fourth place, so he's back on the tail. So this is going to be a mighty race battle. We've got some tussles further back down the order, one or two drivers tangling. But now look at this, a massive swap down the home straight. Kia Nakamura Berta is going to assist Ethan Jeff Hall to the lead of the race. Ethan Jeff Hall takes the lead. Nakamura Berta up to second. Keeble and Burgoyne down to third and fourth. Maximus Hall in fifth position now. So this is one heck of a fight we're getting treated to now. They come onto the old pit straight once again, and the birthday boy leads the race, but for how much longer? Kia Nakamura Berta trying to get through. Jeff Hall defends like crazy, and the Japanese driver can't get by. Now, if Harley Keeble can make the move to get past the Japanese, there's a strong chance that this fight will continue again. But still, the battle continues on. And Harley Keeble trying to make his way back past Kia Nakamura Berta, who goes for the inside of Ethan Jeff Hall. He sticks his nose to the inside. Ethan Jeff Hall trying to squeeze him. There's a little bit of a nudge between them, and Keeble's going to get past them both. So too is Burgoyne, Hall, Clark, O'Grady. They're all going to storm past, and now they're weaving down to the first corner. A big lunge up the inside, and Archie Clark gets into second place. Brilliant bit of racecraft in behind Keeble. Archie Clark is now in second place. Absolutely heroic racing, but there's a massive tussle for the fifth position behind them. Harry Junior Burgoyne's made his way to third, trying to tuck in behind Archie Clark, and Maximus Hall's in there in fourth place. But Kia Nakamura Berta et al. Have all fallen back by a few kart lengths, and that looks to me like Brandon Carr has now moved his way up into fifth position. Great comeback from Brandon. He's now defending to Vinnie Phillips, Macaulay Bishop, and the 22 is in the mix there as well. So what's happened to the drivers further back? We've had a couple of drivers down the order. Nakamura Berta's run down to the very back of the field. That is a disaster for the Japanese driver, and the championship could be blown wide open here. In fact, if the race finishes like this, Harley Keeble is going to take the lead of the championship. So Keeble from Clark and Burgoyne. Maximus Hall in fourth position. Brandon Carr is next up. Something must have happened on the valley there. I didn't see it, unfortunately, from my vantage point, but it's definitely shaking things up. And now 5th position, Brandon Carr trying to hang on in front of Bishop, Clark, Phillips, and Maximus Hall in there. Ethan Jeff Hall in there. Maximus Hall's in 4th position, of course. They're still jockeying for position. But Archie Clark is now behind Harley Keeble, fighting for his first win in the British Championship. If he could get it now, it really would be spectacular. But there's still a tough race in prospect for a lot of the drivers in the field, as the international contingent going side by side there. Kia Nakamura Berta battling with Hadi Mamasi to make up progress. Here comes the move from the inside as Harley Keeble is going to be joined by Harry Junior Burgoyne. The Scotsman back into 2nd place. The O-plate moves up. So some big movements down the order. Meanwhile, problems for Eden Spanswick. He has retired from the race with mechanical problems. A real shame after his amazing performance yesterday, but it's not to be again today. Drivers make their way through, battling for the victory. Keeble, Burgoyne, Clark and Hall. So a very exciting battle for Harley Keeble, as he has the potential to take the lead of the Drivers' Championship with this one. He'll be 11 points clear of Kia Nakamura Berta. It was that position when they came into the race. So that just shows you how tough it is. Meanwhile, Macaulay Bishop is storming his way up into the top 5, trying to battle with Vinnie Phillips and Brandon Carr. Macaulay Bishop is having an absolute stormer as he fights his way back, but he's been squeezed on the way out of Luna, and he's going to drop down to the back of the queue. So there's a great race going on for 5th position, but a great race for the lead as well, as Keeble and Burgoyne run 1st and 2nd. Archie Clark is 3rd and Maximus Hall in 4th, and they look like the drivers fighting for the victory. For 5th place, it's tough. Phillips, Jeff Hall, Carr, Ty, McLaughlin, Stevens and Bishop from O'Grady and Cahal Clark, with Lewis Werrell in the mix there as well. So an absolutely heroic race for 1st and for 5th. Side by side, that is Alex O'Grady trying to get past his teammate Ella Stevens. And Stevens has been squeezed out wide there. Bishop gets through. So does the 22 of Cahal Clark and Lewis Werrell. So Ella Stevens goes back to the back of the queue. But the leaders are coming through again. Harry Junior Burgoyne trying to work his magic with Harley Keeble up front. An amazing championship showdown in the offing now, as they come through to the S's at the beginning of the next lap. And up over the valley, it is Keeble and Burgoyne, 1st and 2nd, having a terrific run. But Nakamura Berta is charging his way back through the field. He's up to 19th now at the line, and that drops the deficit to 10 points on Harley Keeble. But Keeble would so dearly love to win this race with his main championship opposition down the order and out of the top 10. So this is going to be a thrilling encounter to the final stages of the race. And with 4 minutes and 5 on the clock, it is going to be absolutely euphoric at the front end of the field. Phillips in 5th, Ethan Jeff Hall 6th, then it's Brandon Carr in front of Finn McLaughlin and Nathan Ty, who are battling away for 8th place. And in the top 10 at the moment, it is Macaulay Bishop. To the lead of the race, the top 4 is still nose to tail, no change of position. Ethan Jeff Hall just working with the man in front of him, that is Vinnie Phillips, to try and close up on the leading 4. But the quartet up front is definitely starting to dissipate away from the field. 5.5 seconds clear. Harry Junior Burgoyne's playing the smart game here in 2nd place. He's working with his teammate Harley Keeble to get away, with Archie Clark having to defend from Maximus Hall. So the battle's still going strong up front. Harry Junior Burgoyne pushing very hard indeed now. He wants to get the move on Harley Keeble. And the O-plate is pushing hard through to the left-hander, into Luna, through the right-hand hairpin. Back on the power and out of that long flowing right-hander and onto the home straight again. Harry Junior Burgoyne will now start to think about taking the lead if he wants to win this race himself. 3 minutes to go. He's not going to go for the move into the first corner. He's got time to kill yet. An amazing squabble for 7th place now. Carr, McLaughlin, Ty, Bishop, O'Grady, Clark, Stevens, Werrell and I think Lewis Bird now creeping into the battle as well. So a really exciting battle. Oh, now Brandon Carr has been given a warning flag for his part on the last lap. Not sure what it was, but he's certainly done something the officials aren't keen on. But now Harley Keeble is only 8 points ahead of Nakamura Berta if it stays like this, because Nakamura Berta has made up another couple of places in the last lap or so. He's up into 17th place. If he makes up a few more, then he's going to have a lesser gap to lose. But this is going to be a very exciting showdown. 2 minutes and 10 on the clock, plus the additional bonus lap. And we have got such great racing to come. The O-plate, Harry Junior Burgoyne doesn't go for the move yet. Great news for Archie Clark. He's just able to tow them down the straight. And now as they come up and over the valley, there's a strong chance of an opportunistic move. Still a great squabble in the midfield as Macaulay Bishop picks up a couple of places. Battling away with Alex O'Grady and Finn McLaughlin. And in that mix there as well is Cadet Clark. But the leaders are going down the pit straight. Maximus Hall is struggling to stay with them, but in 4th position. He's in the box seat if anything kicks off in front. So this could still be a very strong result for Maximus Hall in 4th position. For 5th and 6th, Vinnie Phillips and Ethan Jeff Hall are in cahoots now as they try and close up on the leading quartet. But out of the Lunar Bend hairpin once again, it is now Harley Keeble versus Harry Junior Burgoyne. They've got a little bit of space to Archie Clark as they come over the line, a minute and 16 or so on the clock. As now, Harry Junior Burgoyne will start thinking about the overtake, but it'll be the next lap he makes his first bid. So here they come down the straight. They're starting to separate 2 by 2. Hurrah as they pick their battles now into the first corner. A couple of drivers going for a move or two. And that is Lewis Werrell picking off Ellis Stevens in the first corner. A warning flag goes out this time to Macaulay Bishop, the privateer, who is mixing it up at the front end of the field. But Harley Keeble still hangs on from Harry Junior Burgoyne. But Archie Clark's not done yet in 3rd place. He is catching them up again. And he knows that with 2 laps to go, he's got a great chance to win his first final in the British Kart Championship. 3rd position for him at the moment. He just follows in behind the ORM twins. He was the leading Fusion over the line yesterday. He's got a great chance to do it again today. Here comes Harley Keeble. Harry Junior Burgoyne looks one way and the other. But Archie Clark might commit to the move anyway. Into the first corner he goes for it and gets 2nd place. Archie Clark in a P2. So now there's just one more to pass before he leads the race for the first time this week. He's gone for it already and he's through. Archie Clark leads at Three Sisters. Absolutely amazing. He has taken the lead and now Junior Burgoyne's back up the inside. He takes the lead now. A fantastic squabble between the leading 3. So Keeble was leading, then Archie Clark got him, and now Burgoyne has taken the lead back. And now they are squabbling for supremacy with 1 lap to go here at Three Sisters. It's a 3-way scrap for the victory and any one of them could take it. Out of the final turn, the last lap board comes up. Burgoyne, Clark and Keeble down the home straight. Burgoyne is married to the inside line as he holds on. Keeble trying to come around the outside of Archie Clark. Tucks back in. He's not going to get the overtake. They come up and over the top of the valley. Can Archie Clark make another bold move here? Up on the inside of Burgoyne. Not this time. He has to go back to the old pit straight. So down the old pit straight, Burgoyne will be in defensive mode to the inside line. Clark is looking for a way to come through. Keeble's going to try and get the switch back. Round the outside. He goes for the move to the inside of Archie Clark and grabs 2nd place back. Brilliant bit of driving, but that's enough for Burgoyne, surely. Burgoyne has got plenty of space now. Surely he's got enough of a gap. Clark is going to have one more crack at Keeble, but it's going to be for 2nd place. Out of the final hairpin, Harry Junior Burgoyne has done it in style. He wins at Three Sisters. 2 hands in the air. Absolutely sensational victory. And that elevates Burgoyne to 3rd in the Drivers' Championship with 1 weekend to go. He's right in the hunt for the title race now. Amazing. Keeble in 2nd. Archie Clark takes his first British Kart Championship podium in 3rd position. Absolutely magnificent racing. Maximus Hall is 4th. Vinnie Phillips comes home in 5th in front of Ethan Jeff Hall. Nathan Tye in 7th place. What a fight back in front of Macaulay Bishop, who made up 7 places to 8th. He's the hard charger. Alex O'Grady is 9th and Brandon Carr in 10th. From Cadet Clark and Lewis Werrell, Finn McLaughlin is 13th in front of Ellis Stevens, then Lewis Bird and Kian Nakamura Berta only 16th, and that means Keeble's lead in the Drivers' Championship is only 4 points. 17th is Dan Sofranea, 18th is Roman Kamyab from Will Antrobus and Sebastian Mins, Paddy Mamasi and Jack Cunningham from George Edgar, Sky Parker and Joey Brown with the 1 retirement Eden Spanswick. Amazing racing, but Harry Junior Burgoyne wins at Three Sisters.
With Burgoyne and Keeble celebrating an epic weekend for Oliver Rowland Motorsport, there's elation too for Archie Clark as he emulates his illustrious grandfather Roger and marks the potential of his own journey to the top of the sport.
On Sunday I started 6th. I just kept going in and in, just trying to get to the front. I managed to get to the top, and then I went for the move on Harry. He got the undercut on me. Then on the last lap, Harley just managed to go around the outside of me and get me. And then Harry managed to get away. But it was a good race, so yeah.
It was a bit of a scrap at the start, and then it got to mid-race, and then me and Harry started pushing, and then Archie overtook me and Harry, went for the lead, and then Harry got the undercut on Archie, and on the last lap I drove around the outside of Archie.
Well, the first race on the final yesterday on Saturday, I pushed Harley for most of the race, and Ethan Jeff Hall, he helped us get away, and then sadly he dropped off, so me and Harley just kept on pushing until the end, and then Harley just got the edge on me at the end. And on today's final, there was a lot of fighting, but I came out on top, so happy.